As a junk removal business owner, one of the best ways to start generating some free leads for your business and getting some exposure for the services that you provide in that local market you're providing those services in is by utilizing Google's business profile. If you don't have one of those set up, I would recommend shutting this video off. Go and set that up right now. It's super easy to do. Just go on Google Business Profile, walk through the process of getting that thing set up. It might be a pain in the butt for a little bit, but once you get that set up, you should be good to go. And what it does is starts to give you exposure. So when somebody in your local market types in junk removal services near me, junk removal service in your town, your listing will start to show up. You can get reviews on it, all that good stuff. But one of the problems that I see with a lot of junk removal business owners, when I go and take a look at their business profiles, a lot of them have not selected the correct categories that Google will give you on that listing. So I'm going to share with you guys some of the categories that you should be selecting on that Google business profile based on the services that you do provide in that local market. Now, this is going to sound pretty obvious, but when you set up the Google business profile and you go through that whole process of going in there and filling everything out correctly, one of the things that Google will do is ask you what business category that you provide in that local market. And believe it or not, I run into a lot of junk removal business owners that haven't even selected this correct category. It's pretty obvious that it's junk removal service, that it's your primary category for your business. So it's very, very important that you make sure that is your primary category. And then what Google will do is allow you to select secondary categories for the services that you provide. And here's usually what I recommend for anybody who's doing junk removal and setting up their Google business profile based on the services that they provide. Some of the categories, for example, is demolition contractor. If you do a lot of demoing, you go break down hot tubs, you break down storage sheds, you break down pergolas, you break down, let's say, decks, break down fences and haul them away, help people with tearing out like carpet and hauling that stuff away, or anything like that. One of the things you should select is the demolition contractor business category, because what you'll need to do is set up a page on your website that you will connect to this listing for demolition contractor services. Even though you're not full blown like a demolition contractor, Google, in the eyes of Google, you're just going to see that you do offer some types of services related to demolition, and that which is also part of the junk removal service industry. Another secondary category you should select is debris removal, right? Google allows this debris removal service, and this works perfectly when you build out your website, build out your pages and all that stuff, to build out a page for debris removal in general. And these services that you provide as a junk removal service are things like yard waste debris, construction debris removal. You have to get creative with the services that you provide on the website, because the name of the game here is to build out a bunch of pages, a lot of information on your website that matches all the categories that you have selected on this business profile. Another one that's underutilized, I don't see very many junk removal business owners using this category, is house clearance services, which is perfect because I've looked this up. And what Google sees this is not a house cleaning service in general, but a service that goes in there and clears out a house. And this is a perfect category, especially for junk removals, to use for property cleanout. So you could build out a page that says house clearance services, property cleanout services. And then as you build out more pages for your website, you could create pages for recent move out cleanout, property cleanout, estate cleanouts, hoarder cleanouts, foreclosure cleanouts. This allows you to build out a bunch of pages and let Google know that you provide plenty of services under this category here. Another one is waste management services. You build a page for waste management services. This could be used for like property managers, property management places that need somebody that comes in and cleans out waste from recent move outs and things like that. Another good one is garbage collection services. Now, this is perfect to build out a page where you offer extra garbage collection. I know you guys in the junk removal services often run into people that just get overflown with a lot more extra garbage that they have, maybe at a party or an event or anything like that. And you can build out pages for extra garbage removal. This was perfect to build out a page for like a dumpster overflow garbage for a property owner or for a business, just pages like that. And the more pages that you build under all of these categories, the more Google's going to see all the services you provide. It's going to favor you and spread out the reach of that listing and spread it out further and further as you build out your site and you build out your business and try to get more leads using this Google business profile. And here's the biggest reason why selecting all of those categories and building out pages for those categories is very, very beneficial for your business. And it's going to show Google that you are a professional, you know your industry inside and out, and it's going to favor your listing and your business and place it up higher on the search results, specifically in the map listings, because it's going to see you have so much content, so much information, and you describe in great detail everything that you do. So when you structure out your website and get it all built out, it's going to be obvious that your homepage is going to be dedicated to junk removal services in general, which is what the primary category you've selected on your business, right? On the Google Business Profile. So then you build out a bunch of pages that's related to the junk removal services that you provide. And let's say, for example, the garbage collection service category, right? So then you build out a page that matches that category you select on your Google Business Profile, garbage collection service. And you can see here residential garbage overflow pickup, dumpster overflow garbage pickup, extra garbage pickup, homeless encampment garbage pickup. See all these pages we built underneath this is going to start building up a lot of trust, a lot of topical authority is what they call it on this website. It's going to cause it to rank up higher. Let's take, for example, house clearance again. House clearance services your city, estate cleanouts, hoarder cleanout, move out cleanout, foreclosure cleanout, right? You've selected that category. You build out pages to match that category. I'll give you guys one more, demolition. Then you got hot tub removal, old fence, storage shed, small demo. You guys do decks, anything like that, carpet removal, things like that. You start building out pages like that. And this creates what is called topical authority because you've selected so many of those categories on your business profile and you've built out a website that matches everything that you've built out, and it's going to give you a lot better rankings. Let me show you guys one example of this. So let me share with you guys a business I've been helping for a while now with building out topical authority. We fixed up his Google Business Profile, matched all his categories, created category descriptions, service descriptions, build out website pages to match whatever is showing up on that business profile. So now Junk Removal Cincinnati, very, very competitive. This guy's business is ranking in this 3-pack of Google. He's also on the first page here, but we're not too concerned about that. He's right here on the first page. What we want is this right here. Now, let's say somebody types in storage shed removal in Cincinnati. You can see his listings there again. Let's do old fence removal in Cincinnati. You can see his listing there again. Mattress removal in Cincinnati. You can see his listing here, right here. And remember how I described that structure of the site. So when you see his site right here, you go on here and you'll type in things like house clearance services. There's a homepage for house clearance services, a direct category he selected on his Google Business Profile. And then you have specific pages underneath that category, a garage cleanout page for that specific location, a basement and attic cleanout service page in that location. And you can see we got debris removal as well. As I was explaining earlier, debris removal. So you got construction debris removal, concrete and asphalt debris, roofing material cleanup, yard waste and tree debris removal, demolition debris and hauling, storm debris, everything under the category of debris. And because we've done that, we've selected the correct categories for his business profile. Then we built out his website and built out pages that matches those categories. He's showing up a lot more. Google trusts this business. He sees it as somebody that really knows their stuff and is pushing up higher on the search results. So there you go. Those are the categories you should be selecting for your junk removal business in order to give yourself more exposure, get a better reach, and especially for some of those obscure types of searches some people tend to make, like maybe carpet removal, storage shed removal. That way your business profile will be placed right there in front of them and they can just sometimes not even visit your website. Just go on the listing, click the call now button and reach out to you and schedule the pickup. There's also another category that I see on there because I know that a lot of junk removal business owners sometimes offer dumpster rental services. Again, you could select that category as well and then start building out pages for dumpster rental services underneath that dumpster rental main page. The key here is to make sure you match everything you selected on that Google Business Profile and all the services that you will fill out. I'll show you guys a video on how to fill all that stuff at a different video. Then make sure it matches everything on the website, which again provides and tells Google that you are the go-to junk removal service in that particular location. It's going to prioritize your business above others because you've given so much content, so much detail on every specific service that you're just going to basically blow away your competition. So if you guys want a structured design of the template that I use for these junk removal business owners, Just go to the description below. And you can take a look at how to structure a homepage, the outline of the entire structure of a junk removal website that will rank extremely well on Google. You can check all that stuff out. If you guys are looking for a junk removal website, upgrade the one you have currently, need some help with it, need better rankings on Google, again, all that stuff's in the description below. And that's all I got for you guys today. Until next time.